Charles Joseph Glinowitz told dispatchers he was chasing 3 men on foot about an hour north of Chicago. Backup arriving a short time later, finding him shot. Helicopters, SWAT teams, and dogs are scouring the area, going through businesses and homes.
I will not be going home until I know that everything's okay, or, the neighborhood has been cleared.
Charles Glinowitz was a husband, father of 4, and a 32-year veteran of law enforcement.
New developments as prosecutors in California file felony assault charges against 3 sheriff's deputies involved in the televised beating of a suspect after he tried to escape on horseback. Nicholas Downey, Michael Phelps, and Charles Foster each are facing a charge of assault by a public officer. 7 other deputies that were placed on administrative leave are not being charged.
New tonight, what started as headaches for one Texas mother turns out to be something much worse. Yadira Rostro says she never could have prepared herself for what doctors would find inside her brain. Listen to this: sacks of larvae from 8 tapeworm eggs, and they were grown.
Than 3 decades ago, Jimmy Superfly Snuka arrested in Pennsylvania. This case was reopened last year after a never-before-seen autopsy report was released. He originally told police his girlfriend injured her head while the two were fooling around outside their motel room. Some new information now on that same-sex standoff in Kentucky. We're learning an embattled county clerk who refuses to issue marriage licenses to gay couples has a date in court.
Under whose authority are you not issuing licenses?
Interesting. Hillary Clinton's emails are now out there for everyone to see. And we're seeing a new side of the presidential hopeful. Most of the 7,000 emails are personal, and some are even silly. One, sent to Clinton's aide, asks how to check if Wi-Fi is working on her new iPad. And after having emails not go through, one of Clinton's aides apologizing, saying the state help desk didn't realize it was her.
This was an act of defensiveness to try and protect some bit of their terrain from
what Air 15 showed you yesterday, a DC-10 air tanker dropping retardant on the fire. No homes or buildings are in harm's way.
Just weeks after a scare from that toxic mine spill, Lake Powell dealing with more concerns. It's temporarily closed after
With Justin Timberlake and Ellen DeGeneres.
We're watching Wall Street as stocks drop faster than leaves in September, plunging more than 300 points within 10 minutes of opening. Analysts say weak Chinese data is actually putting pressure on
our state. We know a majority of the animals were tigers being held at a facility near Toledo, but the owner didn't have the necessary permits, and state officials say the animals' cages weren't secure enough to prevent an escape. As for those 2 animals sent here, we know they were taken to an animal sanctuary in Valentine, which is just northeast of Kingman.
Tracking tomorrow for you, a couple of big decisions facing the Phoenix City Council that will have a direct
Q sensor. The circular device attaches to home appliances and can then send alerts to your smartphone when a washing machine cycle is complete, when your refrigerator door is open. It can even help you control your air conditioner settings to save you some money. And Google has a brand new logo that reacts to users in all contexts. The word mark has been evolving since it first was created back in 1990.
right here near 27th Avenue and Baseline. It's one in a series of moves designed to better protect you from floods.
Amber's got a check of our forecast too right now.
Yeah, I do. And we're just finishing up the numbers for our summer heat. You know, meteorologically, the summer ended yesterday. In fact, it's just June, July, and August. So we crunched the numbers, and the average temperature, 95.12 degrees, makes it the hottest summer on record. We had 20 days at 110 or hotter.
After 40 years with Miss Piggy, Kermit's got a new girlfriend. Denise has been added to the cast.
Was actually another day below that triple-digit mark, but overall we ended August as the second warmest on record and the third warmest in terms of our average low. So in terms of the average high, second warmest; in terms of the average low, third warmest; and in terms of the overall temperature and average of the two, it's second warmest on record. So again, a very hot August for us. And
of course, younger, prettier version. Typical. You go, Miss Peggy. I'm on Team Peggy.
All right. Well, now to a frightening new trend when it comes to baby names.
Yes.
Baby names.
Name. Check this out. Barry.com says more and more Bambinos are being named after weapons.
All right. Here are the easy ones. Hunter and Gunner. We've heard this for a while. They made the top 200 boys' names for 2014, and Cannon cracked the top 1,000.
But here are some you may not have heard. Check this out. Trigger, pistol, Magna.
East, thunder and lightning with those, and a few more pockets farther down to the south, as well as another very intense lightning storm to the north of Kearney. So watching heavy rainfall and lightning there too. But other than that, the state is pretty quiet at this hour. So what comes next? Well, a big surge of moisture from the south. And take a look with me as we zoom down there. We talked about this earlier. This is Tropical Depression 14E, could become Tropical Storm Kevin by tomorrow, starting to get
Who filmed this says Luke Bryan's song Country Girl does the trick every time.
Monsoon flow. So storm chances are going to be increasing. Tomorrow we're going with a 20% shot. By Thursday, a 50% chance for showers and thunderstorms. And Friday, we still have a 30% chance in the forecast before we see some drying into the Labor Day weekend. Here
A song that would just put us right to sleep, yes, and keep us asleep. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Well, guys, tonight, pretty quiet out there. Much different story from last night at this time. And because of all of that extra humidity that was left over from the storms last
tomorrow. Slight chance for isolated stuff in the afternoon. We beef it up to about 20% by 8 p.m. Temperatures, of course, hit those triple digits tomorrow, but more or less near average. 100 in Fountain Hills, 102 in Tempe, 97 in Cave Creek, 104 in Peoria, and 103 degrees in Avondale. Here's the next 7 days for you, and we will see these temperatures drop into the upper 90s Thursday and Friday. We're increasing that threat for storms, as I mentioned, to 50% on Thursday. Right now, that is looking like the biggest day. And although we will see some drying through the late
developing in Pinal County, you can see a few isolated storms.
Action for your wallet tonight with a look at whether buying organic foods is really worth it.
Yeah, we all know they sell for a premium at the grocery store, but organic products.
Otherwise, most of us partly cloudy, 76 to 85 degrees. Tomorrow, we're going to see a mix of sunshine and clouds and a 20% chance we'll see an isolated storm primarily late in the afternoon and into the evening. But after tomorrow, storm chances are going to go up for
Apples, peaches, and strawberries.
It is a college student's dream. Burritos delivered right to your dorm, even your classroom. Chipotle is now offering the service, and ASU, U of A, and NAU are among the first.
Now it's called 14E, but some of that remnant moisture is going to get caught up in our monsoonal flow, and it's not
between $3 and $7 for every delivery, meaning it could cost you about the same as your actual burrito.
Twin trades, the sun's already
is more or less where that moisture will end up going right now. It does look like the eastern half of the state is going to benefit the most. All right, tonight, 67 Globe, 60 in Sedona. Tomorrow, Sedona, you're going to top out at 87 with a slight chance of storms in your forecast. 92 Safford, 93 in Tucson, 103 Gila Bend, and Yuma at 105. Best storm chances tomorrow, once again, will be the eastern and southeastern portion of our state with just a little bit of activity up north and, again, that chance here in the valley. So best shot as we head into Thursday, continuing on into Friday. Temperatures only in the 90s those days, and then we dry out just a little bit as we head towards Sunday. Coop, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Cleve. Hey, it's game week for the Sun Devils.
It's become all about prices.
Si Rockies empezamos al
Entonces ya uno ya le están vulnerando la seguridad a uno. Me ha pasado que me han sacado de unidades residenciales porque los vecinos no pueden sacarlo a uno porque a mí la ley me protege.
Pero también dice que hay otro sector que lo apoya.
Yo voy por todas partes. Y, por ejemplo, pues yo no ando camuflado, ni con gorra, ni con gafas para no llamar la atención de las autoridades. Porque yo descubrí un arma más poderosa que el MP5 o el fusil, que es la ley.
Asegura que le gustaría disfrutar mucho más su vida en libertad, pero dice que con lo que está haciendo se siente suficientemente contento.
Es un insólito accidente que no fue provocado por una discusión al volante, todo lo contrario, una pasión desenfrenada, le cuento.
Javier El Chicharito Hernández dice sentirse importante en la presentación oficial de su nuevo
jornada. Ya que estamos en el béisbol, vean esta.
Chance of a storm, 103 tomorrow.
There's a couple of outstanding warrants. Open up!
That's really not something you can run from.
Actually, you kind of can.
Tomorrow, two old friends are changing their lives.
Let me show you.
Clearly having an impact globally, as you mentioned. Okay, Andrew Stevens, Live First there. Thank you so much. John?
Thanks. Well, saying Guatemala's president has been stripped of his immunity and could face
commercial demand for euros, which is still quite.
Bell and George Zidane have searched all over America looking for innovative and inspired ideas.
Got some speed. Off you go.
Each week, they'll meet two inventors.
I found your
out your way in New York, Officers Liu and Ramos were killed by a guy who posted on Facebook his anger over Ferguson. Don't tell me there's no connection.
Everybody who's crazy and acts out now is being linked somehow to Black Lives Matter.
There's certainly...
There are 3 couples left. Which two? Better state. Chevy dealer.
Tonight, it's the stunning Selma Hayek.
Yes.
Plus, Mr. Robot, Rami Malek. And a brand new Dancing with Stars cast announcement. Emmy nominated new tonight on ABC. And tomorrow, wake up for another exciting dancing surprise on Good Morning America.
And now, your Sanderson Ford Sports.
You know, I've got a message for Houston Texans coach Bill O'Brien. Football is a game of X's and O's, not F-bombs. You're supposed to be an offensive genius, not an offensive one, coach. If you watch him on HBO's Hard Knocks, you know that he is a big fan of swear words. Wow, he loves to swear. In fact, he's been racking them up fast and furious. He's like the no-huddle offense of profanity. He blows out scoreboards that try to keep up with him. Now, here's the numbers so far. He's used the F word 37 times on this show, the S word 16 times. And who knows how many of his outbursts have been edited out of the program. Those are just the ones that have made it on TV. O'Brien knew that he was foul-mouthed, and he actually warned his parents not to watch this show. Now, you could say that this story has a happy bleeping ending. The team has a swear jar, and O'Brien and his players have been filling it up. The money is going to charity. But here's the problem. You make $5 million a year, coach. How about some tens and hundreds in that jar instead of just the singles? There's like $300 in there. There's only one thing worse than being foul-mouthed on TV. It's being cheap. You know, when he eventually gets fired, because it will happen, no problem. He could have an opportunity in a Quentin Tarantino film. That's if he tones it down just a little bit.
Don't forget, you can catch the Cardinals take on the Denver Broncos in their final preseason game right here on ABC 15. It's coming up on Thursday. Pregame starts at 5:30, kickoffs at 6. Craig Fouie's going to have live reports from the Mile High City, both before and after the game on ABC 15 News.
Rumors swirling tonight, the Suns could be trading the second of the Morris twins. They've already dealt Marcus, and this picture is leading many to believe Markieff is next. Hip-hop artist Common posted this on Instagram, saying he was working out with a few members of the Rockets and one of the Morris twins. Problem is, we can't tell if it's Marcus or Markieff. If it truly is Markieff, some think it's a sign he will be traded.
Instead of juggling your food, how about...
The September 5th date has been long circled on the ASU calendar. The Devils travel to Houston to play a Texas A&M team that returns 16 stars.